Back on.
Alright, I'm here in Gregg, Nebraska. It is January 7th, 2026, and this is a northbound going to Sioux City. BNSF Sioux City sub, northbound, January 7th, Gregg, Nebraska. This might be going to Oakland, actually. This might be the Oakland shuttle. Rail Fanning Adventures, Gregg, Nebraska. Alright, January 7th, 2026, Fremont, Nebraska. Rich Bernardin, founder of Rail Fanning Adventures. This is an eastbound loaded coal drag. EDGX, COLX are going to be reporting marks here. This is Powder River Basin coal going east to a power plant. This train stayed on the Transcon going into Omaha. It's now on the Omaha sub, or the Council Bluff sub. That's where it goes to. So a little tidbit of information, they tend to run the loaded coal drags, the heavy coal drags, through Omaha. It's a little bit less of a grade and easier for them to negotiate down the hill. About 6 years ago, when I first moved here, they derailed a coal drag right there in Blair at the bottom while coming down the hill. So from Arlington, Nebraska to California Junction, Iowa, is a pretty steep downhill grade with a very sharp curve, including an S-type turn just before it crosses over the bridge. And about 6 years ago, I was at work. They came down the hill and they got going a little too fast. They were having a hard time slowing the train down, and it derailed. And about 90 cars worth of coal ended up in the tree line and some ditches blocking the road, taking out some infrastructure. So since then, they generally run the coal drags through Omaha, over the bridge, through Council Bluffs, then up the Mo Valley sub, and then they continue east. our rear EPU. 7455. A C45 ACC Royal Fanning Ventures. And again, there's the local working the yard here. Royal Fanning Ventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Alright, it's still January 7th. Still here in Fremont. We got the local, he's working the yard. But I'm spinning around from my original parking spot and heading over to the BNSF side of things, which is directly behind me. This is BNSF's Sioux City sub, and we have a southbound coming. There is the green right there. That is for the diamond. There's 2 diamonds here in town. UP crosses BNSF right there to get some customers. And then on this side, on the western side of town, is where BNSF's Sioux City sub crosses the Transcon. We have a southbound coming from BNSF. Get out and get this guy. Stretch my legs. As you can see, there's the green for the diamond. And I caught a northbound earlier today. It was, I believe, the Oakland corn shuttle going to Oakland, but here comes that southbound Sioux City sub on the Sioux City sub. This is BNSF side of things. The local's actually tied down on the north side of Fremont right now at the oil transfer platform. With any luck, I'm hoping that this is the power I caught earlier, that Jeep, but probably not. And it is the power I caught earlier in Sioux City, and the third unit here is a Jeep, which is pretty cool to see. I got pictures of it finally. Jeep 39-2 in the mix. This is a manifest that was built in Sioux City. It is heading to Hobson Yard, Lincoln, Nebraska. This would be Railroad South right now, Railroad South. Here's those ballast cars I caught earlier. I actually have pictures of those engines sitting in the yard in Sioux City. That'll probably be in this video. So as I'm talking to you, you've already seen pictures of those units from when I was in Sioux City, which is pretty cool that I finally got to see them moving. Again, my name's Rich Bernardin. I'm the founder of Royal Fanning Ventures, and this is Fremont, Nebraska, guys. Great place to see both BNSF and UP. BNSF runs through here a couple times during the day. It really depends on the crude trains. When they're running crude pretty heavy, there's a lot more traffic. There's several coal trains, several corn shuttles, and then 2 manifests a day that go through here on this sub. This is the Sioux City to Hobson Yard turn. Beautiful day out, 56 degrees out right now. I mean, it's summer-like weather here. The sun's been out all day. It's a beautiful day to watch trains. I'm actually facing south. And as we pan to the east here, you're going to see where BNSF makes a hard turn to go south, because this is a north-south route for them. It basically, they came through here. Where I sit used to be the train station, freight depot, everything. In fact, there's the freight depot there from C&W. The train station was in the middle. The other train station's directly on the other side of that building. This was all freight. I have pictures of this back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and it was amazing. But again, Rich Bernardin, Rail Fanning Adventures, guys. Out doing what I do. Hoping to change the world one smile at a time. Alright, it's January 8th. I'm here in Mo Valley again. And here is a westbound manifest. Did a crew change. And now it is heading west into Blair. Well, it was a manifest. It might turn into a cold drag, or actually I spoke too soon. Might turn into a cold drag or an intermodal, and bam, that's what happened. So here's what's going on. UP is getting rid of conductors. They want to get rid of conductors. They want conductors basically to be on call and go to trains via truck if there's a problem. That's what they're currently working on right now, and the union is fighting it. And so what we're seeing is a lot of trains condensed into one, you know, half manifest, half cold drag, intermodal with manifest at the end, or auto rack train at the end. A lot of crazy stuff going on out here. Anyway, it's January 8th, and I am on the west end of Mo Valley. As I was coming here, there should be a Via Rail train going through today. A brand new Via Rail train. I got here all day. Let's see if I can get it. There comes the rear DPU. Boom. Rail Fanning Adventures, Mo Valley. Alright, January 8th, Mo Valley. On the eastern side. We're lit for a westbound. This one's coming out of Council Bluffs, heading east. Came off the Mo Valley sub onto the Boone sub. There we go. Getting another nod of things to come. USW. Here comes our mid-train DPU. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, here comes our westbound. Probably going to do a dirt change though. Let's see what we get here. There's one. Oh, both new paint. And this is going to be a stop, guys. This crew has to come off. Of course, it's a crew from... I think it's we're the 100 division. I think it's the 99 division. No, don't quote me on that one. But Mo Valley is the farthest west that these guys can go. So any train that comes in here has to stop. They have to get off. Yeah, we're gonna be moving. Going back over to the other spot now. I think that's gonna be our only north swinging east. The next one that should come through should be the north going north to Sioux City. So we'll head back over to that side. Rich Bernard and Rail Fanning Adventures, Mo Valley, January 8th, 2026. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's January 8th. I am back at my spot in Mo Valley. And we are about to have, well, it's going to be a northbound going west, but this is the Council Bluffs to Sioux City turn. This is not the Sioux City train. This is the loaded ethanol. This is going to go to California to the refinery. This is actually out of the ethanol plant just south of here, Bungie. This is a weird one because BNSF brings it to UP and Council Bluffs, and then Council Bluffs actually takes it west to the refinery. This is loaded ethanol. Usually they don't run this south. They go over the bridge and climb out of Omaha the other way. So this is cool seeing this here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's January 8th, 2026, and we got a westbound intermodal that just did a crew change here. And here comes the train. Let's see if this guy actually stopped. Yeah, that guy got across. Like he would have broke down or got stuck. Wham! That would have been cool to catch, though. Not really, but I did catch a car getting hit once. In the 10 years I've been doing this, I've actually recorded 3 vehicle-verse trains. And they're all on the YouTube channel here. This guy's been sitting here for 45 minutes. This crew was real late. Alright, let me explain why. I recorded this train coming in when the manifest went through, going east. Came in, he stopped. I ran, got coffee, and went to the bathroom, and then came back here, and he's just getting going. So either the conductor was late or the engineer from the 100 crew. But it took a little while for this train to get going and get out of here. And these trains, when they do the crew trains, they're green lighted through. He might actually have to stop now because there might be an eastbound coming. So, but he did that to himself by being late. So we'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, also, if you ever come out to the Midwest and you're recording trains, make sure you record the train, because these intermodals sometimes at the end can randomly turn into manifests or cold drags, or UP's been doing that a lot lately because they don't have enough crews with the time constraints for the engineers and what they're doing with the conductors right now. So You never know what you're gonna get. We got an open door right there. Somebody forgot to close the door. You got one job, Carl. Again, I always do a little commentary. Mo Valley is a great place to watch UP. You can even see a little CN action if you're listening. It's behind me about 3 miles. They go up the same valley that UP runs here. Again, Rich Bernardin, January 8th, Rail Fanning Adventures. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's January 8th. I'm here at Mo Valley. After doing a crew change, we got another westbound rolling. Everything is now backed up. Apparently, there was a very late conductor today on the last westbound intermodal, and that has now traffic jammed our line. Because as you know, the farthest west the other division can go is Mo Valley, so they have to get off here. Oh, that's just westbound. Wow, more things to come, huh? Starting to see a lot of tuxedos out here, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of tuxedos. I think it's funny. I moved out west to see UP and BNSF, and now I'm starting to see more and more NS. The irony in the merger about to take place. 7697 and 4557. Again, this is a Chicago to North Platte. I believe it's a manifest. Another big one. We get quite a few of them through here a day. Like I said, we're starting to see more and more tuxedos. Apparently our UP engineers are not happy because a lot of the power that's been coming from NS has been absolute garbage. Everything from broken plumbing, no brakes, radios that don't work, a multitude of things from talking to these rail crews. So, yeah, that's been going on. You'll have that back and forth. Pileup? I don't even know how to say that one. That was a funny looking word on that cryotrans. I wonder what's in this thing coming. I wonder what's underneath this tarp.
the Florida East Coast. That's cool. Shorty. Rail Fanning Adventures, Mo Valley.